I'm gonna try and keep this short and sweet, but I wanna give everyone a quick walkthrough and breakdown on exactly what we did, where I ordered the parts from, and if I can remember pricing on certain things, I will try and give you an idea. Let's start with the fact that we stripped the tank, the kidneys, got a new front fender, and under the seat. Took all that off, sent it out, got it painted. The color is called Nardo Gray. It is an Audi color that comes on the RS models. You can get it on, so my dad has the RS5, and this is his bike, so we kind of went for his car in a bike version. So we did the same color. It turned out amazing. Pricing on that, to get this, we also did a new logo decal, so they put this under the clear coat. But to get this painted, that painted, both kidneys and under the seat, was around $600, $650. I want to say it was in that range. Came out amazing. Absolutely love the color. It looks so good. So that's that. The front fender. This is not the stock fender. The stock fender is this one. It's a lot longer. So this we ordered from, this is a Triumph accessory. So you get this through the dealer, along with, there was something else that was from the dealer. The foot pegs. These are from the dealer. These pegs. These are the only pegs I think they offer for the bobber. They don't really match that great, but I hated the ones that were on there with the rubber on here. I don't like that. I think this is a lot nicer looking. So that's from the dealer. The Fox shock upgrade. I didn't show that in the video because I didn't put that on, but that's through the dealer. And these fork blinkers are from Triumph. So the blinkers and the Fox shock, my dad had it installed when he bought the bike from Triumph. He had them do that, and he had them do the shorter fender on the rear, because the stock one comes all the way down to here, and your license plate is in the back. The new one he got came to here, and it had a big license plate thing here, and now we have completely eliminated it altogether because it looks a lot nicer, I think. So that's that. So that was the paint, the front fender, the pegs. So that being said, we went and took the stock seat off and brought it to a local upholstery shop that's near where I live and had it redone. I wanted Alcantara, like a suede. My dad's car has this on the doors, and his seats are full leather, but some of them you can get with this on the seat too. We don't have that, but I just think this looks amazing. And I wasn't there when my dad dropped this off. I was on vacation, but he ended up keeping this leather piece on the back, which I actually ended up really liking. So I think that looks cool. And then we went with a light gray diamond stitching to kind of go with the color of the tank. Came out amazing. Someone had already asked about that in the comments. That's not something I went out and bought. That actually got custom, and it's redone by someone. Someone actually took the old leather off, cut this, did the diamond stitching and everything, and it looks amazing. That was around $300. I don't know if that's a good price or not. I've never gotten anything reupholstered before. But I know that it's definitely not cheap, and if you wanted to do something the size of one of those seats, it would be pretty expensive, depending on where you go for it. Whereas mine, I ordered this cover online, and I put it on myself, and I stapled it underneath. That was cut to fit for that seat, and they sold it that way. I don't know if, some people may be able to find just the fabric online in a roll or something and then put it on themselves. I've never done that. I'm sure you can. and it'll look good, but I didn't want to mess with it, so we brought it to someone and had it done properly, and it looks amazing. So then on the rear, we did the Fender Eliminator, so we went with the NRC Fender Eliminator and license plate holder. So this is NRC and this is NRC. This was from, so this you can get at Revzilla, pretty sure. Anyone that shops for motorcycle parts online definitely knows what Revzilla is. This was Revzilla, which you can get the option to have it come with the license plate holder. I definitely recommend it. It's smaller and cleaner looking than the one that Triumph has. And then the Aero bar end mirrors are from Revzilla as well. And I think that's it from Revzilla, if I'm not mistaken. I remember at one point I had the pegs from Revzilla and they didn't work. So I went and got the ones through Triumph. So that's that. I don't remember the pricing on that. If you go and look it up, you'll see it right away. You look up the bike and you go to Revzilla and it's there. Just be careful on that website because there are a lot of parts and sometimes things don't fit, like the foot pegs I had in the beginning. So the next thing was the exhaust. This was the most expensive thing we did. We got rid of the cat. So there's a pipe down the side that connects both sides. This is the stock diameter. You can see how it's heating up now. It's starting to turn gold, which I didn't think it was gonna, but I kind of like the way it looks. And then it gets fatter as it goes towards the back. I ordered these on eBay from a company in Italy. They're handmade. It took a while for these to come. Company's called Massmoto, I believe. You can look them up. I mean, if you look up exhaust pipes for this bike, it was one of the first ones that came up on Google, so it shouldn't be that hard to find. But these were around $1,100, which is, that's pretty expensive. It's not that expensive compared to like my bike that was like $4,500, but still, it's definitely a pricey thing. And I'm sure there's cheaper ones. I'm sure there's ones that are more expensive. That's what we ended up going with. They sound great. They look great. They have dB killers in them. They're in there right now. They can be removed if you want it to be louder. But for my dad's sake, it's perfect. It doesn't need to be. So that's that. The next thing is, if anyone's wondering about the lettering, if you didn't watch the full time-lapse video, I painted this with a tire paint marker. It's 3 coats. Don't know how well it's going to hold up, but there's a lot of tread on these tires, so I didn't want to get rid of the tire. So when he goes to get a new one, he can maybe find a set of tires that already has the white letters on it, so he doesn't have to worry about painting it. But that was something that I bought on Amazon. They look like this, and there's a ton of different colors. Tire ink, it's called. They have them on Amazon. Easy to find, easy to get. This was also from Amazon, this gas cap. Again, easy to find, easy to get. Not that expensive, and just a premium, clean look, and feels nice. And you don't have to, I hate when you have to take the key out and use it to open that. It's annoying. So that, we got rid of that completely, and this just looks way better. So we ended up going with that. So that's, Amazon is that, and the paint for the tires, which when the bike is rolling and moving, the tires are so cool. So I definitely think on the next set of tires, we'll look for ones that have the letters already, so we don't have to worry about painting them. But that's it for that. So then the biggest issue we ran into with this build was the clip-ons. So, okay, sorry about that jump right there. My dad kept calling me, I had to answer it. But I was talking about the clip-ons. This became the biggest issue because, so Triumph, they call it a drag bar. It's a part that you get through them. And we were looking online, and I called, and he said, oh, we have one in stock. So I went, picked it up, got back. Went to go use it and set it up, and the clamp barely fit over this nut right here. And I was like, what the heck? So these forks are a 47 millimeter fork. The clamps that I got in that kit were 41 millimeter, so they weren't even close. So they didn't end up working. And the thing about these bars is they're 1 inch, so all the controls fit on a 1 inch bar. Whereas like with that and the other Ducatis is 7/8. Most bikes like that are 7/8. But I think like Harleys and bigger like bikes are 1 inch. So this is a 1 inch setup. So I was having a hard time finding a 1 inch slot right here with a 47 millimeter. 47 millimeter for some reason, I don't know enough about it, but you can't get a 47 millimeter from like most companies unless it's like a place that does like custom like CNC like aluminum stuff or whatever, and you have them make it for you. But I couldn't find it. So the Triumph guy, I called him and he said he was going to look. Apparently Triumph no longer makes the drag bar for this bike. So, and I looked online, I could not find it. So I was like, that sucks. What do I do? And he was like, let me call a few people. I may know someone that can get you a pair. I said, okay, thank you. A couple days went by. I was like, this is kind of annoying. So I went out again online and I looked. These are Woodcraft clip-ons. So they're a 48 millimeter clamp with 1 inch bars, but the hole here is 7/8. So this part right here is 7/8, and then it comes into a 1 inch bar. So all your controls fit. You do have to drill one hole here for the throttle control. There's no hole drilling on this side, only on this side. It's one hole that you line up. So the way these clamps work is instead of sliding down on top, so I didn't have to pull this off again. They are 2-piece clamp. They screw in this side and they screw in on this side. I was able to tighten it. So there's a space, a little space back here, but it's still, the way that it clamps, these clamps, they grip together. So I ordered these from a website called motomummy.com. They're Woodcraft 48 millimeter clamps with a 1 inch bar set up. They fit, they worked perfectly. I thought I was going to need like a 1 millimeter shim or something. I didn't need to do that. It all lined up, it all worked. This is the look we wanted to go for. We knew it would, make the bike not as comfortable, but we were going more for an aggressive look, not worrying about having, the comfortability factor. And obviously it feels different now when you ride it. It's not like, it's not like sitting on the Monster now. It's like sitting on that. You're kind of leaning forward. It's a little more uncomfortable, but it looks really good. These bezels right here, this is also from Triumph. So if you go to like Triumph accessories online, you'll find stuff like this, the foot pegs. They may have this on there. They sell all kinds of stuff on there, but these, so if you don't get these, there's 2 holes right here. If you don't care, you just leave it alone and you have 2 holes there. That's where the old handlebars mounted. Or you can order these. I think they were like, it's kind of a rip-off. They were like 80 bucks. There's no screws or anything. It's literally a plug with like rubber O-rings, and you just push it down into the hole and it pops in and it gives it more of a finished look on top. I mean, it looks really good. If you don't care, then you just have 2 holes right there. Kind of looks ugly, but I think that looks a lot better. So as far as the bars go, that was the process of trying to get that sorted out, and it was kind of a pain in the butt, but we ended up getting it to work. So I was going to try and use the stock, the bars from the kit that didn't fit, because they were 1 inch and they had the holes and everything was set up for these controls, but it didn't end up working. This ended up being easier, and I think the black looks better anyways, so I'm happy with that. And then because of that, the stock mirrors couldn't mount onto the new bars. So I ended up taking these off of the Monster because that's not on the road right now. Because my dad obviously wants to use this. He needed his mirrors. So I put these on. I think they look way better anyways. They're smaller. It's just a cleaner look. It's the same thing I have on my bike. And they're good quality mirrors. And these you can get on a ton of different websites. They're Arrow. think the company's Aero something. But yeah, they're really nice. Or they're CRG Aero. That's the company CRG, and they're the Aero because they kind of look like an arrowhead. But yeah, that's a popular mirror for, you know, clip-ons. And you got to make sure you get the adapter that goes into the bar. And there's different sizes, so make sure you measure your the size of your bar before you do that. And they have like the little screw that goes in, and you tighten it, and it expands inside, and it tightens down on the inside. And that looks really good. So overall, that's pretty much it. I'm not going to go crazy like talking about pricing. You know, I told you where to go to look for stuff. If you really can't find something, you comment. I can maybe leave, you know, a link in the comment section to anything if anyone has a question. But overall, it's pretty easy to find. You know, Revzilla for some of the stuff, eBay for the pipes. The paint obviously was custom color. We brought it to an auto body shop. Seat was custom, got it reupholstered. Gas cap was Amazon. Paint marker was Amazon. You know, stuff that most people should be able to find. Just making sure that you get the right sizes and making sure stuff is going to fit on your specific bike. I think I'll show you quick the lights. So the new tail light, turn these on. These are the ones we got from Triumph, which look cool. And then obviously that looks badass. What's not to like? And then the license plate gives you a little LED light under here. It looks sweet. So I hope that everyone liked this, because I enjoyed doing it. And if, you know, people want to see more of this, please like and comment and subscribe, and I will continue to make these videos. Again, if there's any questions, just comment and I will try to answer. Thank you.